voice. Let's go.
Who do you think had the hardest verse on the song?
Run,
Yeah.
Run by itself.
I did that in the comedy show when I was a senior.
That verse?
I was James down after that. My brother, 88, was on DMC.
Hell no.
Run was like,
I'm back in the D. Yo, that's the way it is.
oh man.
This is how we go down the line.
Yeah. The end position.
I didn't get no help.
I didn't know I thought you had something. There might be another player this.
Complete the three. Ever. Jumping in leather. Cause Run DMC, Kurt Schiller and us. Like a number 10 plus. The signal group?
I don't know. We live though.
I'ma try to find it. You gotta be though. I mean, that's how it works. Hey, Rick.
They could have ended the song after Run DMC.
No, Rick dropped that beat while I did watch it. This is something that we don't rehearse. DMC, and I rap first. We run it down the line. DMC, second, I'm first to rhyme. So would you call me Uno? And D's for dust because I rock parties from coast to coast. No, the world has chili most. MC, I'm a party, and I'm the homie. And I'm the one and only, the only one. He goes by the name of DJ Run. He didn't call me run, but I never fail. In the beat boy stand is how I stand. And Daryl Mack is gon' got my bag. This is for my fresh stuff. It is like that. I'm passing the D, I'm passing back. Yo, that's the way it is, cause it's like that. Nigga, if you don't know these words, then you ain't watched that movie. You ain't watched that movie, boy. I was just watching that shit 2 days ago.
Every time I watch it, I'm like, it's worse than the last time, but it's still great.
Yeah.
So bad, it's great.
Yeah. It was fully made and everything.
They come out that video.
Oh, what video?
He just recorded.
No, YouTube.
Oh yeah, you definitely on here right now.
Alright, we are broadcasting.
Alright, so you dropped that bomb.
3, 2,
Sound pretty good.
Yes. Another Monday.
Oh, that's me right there. Hold up. That's cold.
Yeah. Another Monday.
Man.
Y'all tuned in to Conversation.
I get a little V on my microphone.
Yeah.
I need to have some bass in my voice.
Somebody phone playing.
Somebody phone playing.
That ain't mine.
I mean, ain't mine.
That's your computer.
It's
Yeah,
on.
we good.
Check.
Yeah, we good now?
We good. We good.
Yeah.
So you got the Bourbon Brothers.
Urban Brothers in the house.
Yeah.
We on the Cabin Fever edition of Conversations this week.
We got a lot of bourbon in the house. Come
Yeah, a
on.
lot of bourbon in the house.
Y'all see that bourbon?
About 3 bottles floating around.
Bourbon.
So, super shout out to my man DJ Dre Day. If y'all tuned in at 6 o'clock, y'all heard that Gin Boss, James Brown, Snoop Dogg remix.
Oh, that's the new one. I ain't even here yet.
Yeah, man.
Man,
That's courtesy
that's crazy.
of DJ Dre Day. Appreciate you, brother. Always got some fire.
Dre, they got some time on his hands.
Yeah, I think we all do right now.
Hey, creation.
you
I'm
might-
still working, so shit.
You
Man,
might well get it in.
yeah, we got sheesh.
Wow.
Yeah. So super
I
shout
gotta
out to
listen to it.
Jack Daniels too, man.
Oh, it's Jack Daniels, we about to get rid of him. Get with him.
Yeah, we seen this damn
Yes.
Sinatra select version of bourbon today. It's like 150 something bucks.
It's been that. It ain't even going up.
That shit-
Well, that's our guy.
right. And it's
We
super
got the
rare.
sponsorship letter.
Y'all knock on wood for these bourbon brothers.
Bourbon Brothers, baby.
Yeah, try to do big things in 2020. After we weather this storm, we're gonna weather it together, y'all. We're gonna weather it together. I'm not gonna address that situation
Yeah.
because people are really sensitive about the things that people say
Man.
Right.
about the, yeah. So you know, right. Opinions are like assholes. Everybody has one.
Everybody got 'em.
Some of them stink.
Some of them got them in their face.
Right.
Oh, wow. Sound effects in full effect.
In full effect.
Man, I want to thank y'all for
Somebody
tuning in on
headphones
this
up a little
Monday,
bit too
man.
Oh, that might be me.
And we got the legendary, man, my brother, my bourbon brother, my partner in crime, man.
Yeah.
The legendary DJ Johnny O was in the hot seat.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Conversations.
And y'all gonna get the real conversation.
Man, let's talk.
Because, you know, I think a lot of people, they know you, but they don't really know you.
They don't know this Johnny. I'm
Right.
about to tell y'all about it.
Right. They know Johnny O, Nerve DJs, Johnny O, Break My Records, Johnny O, Put Me in the Right Direction.
Yeah.
Johnny O and the Sorcerer Crew, they know that Johnny O.
Yeah.
But, you know, like we all, you know, we got our roots somewhere. We
Somewhere.
started somewhere, so.
St. Clair, baby.
Yeah, we gonna get right into it. I'll tell y'all right now, y'all might as well make room when y'all schedule for next Monday, because this gonna be 2 weeks.
Ooh, Lord.
Certified, this is gonna be a 2 week conversation, man.
Absolutely.
So where we start?
At the beginning.
In the beginning.
Right.
1962.
that might be
We're
too far
going
back.
that far back.
No.
So we're going to go to June the 10th, 1977.
That sounds good. That's a good start.
Out riding my dirt bike. I was a dirt biker. I was a yellow jack.
In 72?
77.
77.
Yeah. So I was 15 years old. I joined a bunch of guys. We eventually named ourselves the Yellow Jackets.
Mhm.
We used to race down and practice down in DuPont, raced all over the country. Became the president of the Yellow Jackets. Me and Nate Lightfoot was the vice president. Big Chuck, rest in peace. He was the guy that put us all together. And I used to ride dirt bikes. So the summer of 77, fresh out of high school, out of school for summer vacation. And my downstairs neighbor come home from Germany.
Mhm.
And he brings home all this DJ equipment. And he puts the DJ equipment out on the front porch
Oh.
and started playing music. So it took all the people that was watching me do wheelies and tricks up and down the street away from me.
You got it right to your front porch now.
I'm like, Lord. He took all the girls over there.
Oh, wow.
I said, so I need to see how to DJ. Because I had all the girls just watching me do wheelies and tricks up and down the street. So, man, his name was Dougie. And he taught me the first things about playing the right music at the right time.
Mhm.
So, and that's how I started DJing. 1977, June, first Saturday of summer vacation.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
Fresh out of high school, off the dirt bike, right on the turntable.
15 years old, Collinwood, 9th grade, summer break, started DJing, never looked back.
So you was a freshman at
I
this
was a
time?
freshman, yeah.
Wow.
And I did my first party in 78 for my man Dwayne Clemens, rest in peace, in his backyard. Paid me $75. It was about 1,000 people on Casper Avenue.
Sheesh.
I had them bullfrogs jumping. I had them 18-inch bullfrogs.
Yeah.
Man, they was killing. I said, I don't know if I can swipe in front of people, y'all. Because we called it swiping before
Right,
scratching.
yeah.
Scratching. So I said, I don't know if I can swipe. I said, just do it. Wayne D was like, just do it. So I started doing it. Everybody went crazy. It was just all over the place. So
Wow.
the whole street we was in his backyard, but there was so many people who couldn't get in the backyard. We had to take the speakers and turn everything in the driveway and put everybody on the street. That's how many people was out there.
Wow.
From there, 1980, 81, we started a little crew called the Johnny O and the Rappeteer crew.
Mhm.
It was me, Wayne D, and Mr. T.
Okay.
So they started rapping. So about 2 years we did that. No, about a year. So 82, we kept hearing about a new DJ and a new MC off of Lakeshore. So go to find out is DJ Shock and Mike McAdoo.
Okay.
So I said, oh shit, we can't have these little niggas cutting into our money. So I went and grabbed them, I talked to them, I put them in the seat in the car, and they was like, oh man, this car is nice. I had a 78 Buick LeSabre coupe.
Man, you still in high school at this time.
Yeah. No, I'm out of high school. I graduated in 80. This
Okay,
is
it's
81,
81,
82.
okay.
So I had strikers and 2-inch white walls on it, and it was low in the back, high in the front. You know, real cool
Right.
Pimp Daddy ride. So went over, picked them up, said, "Hey, y'all cutting into my party, so I think we need to join forces and get more parties."
Right.
And that's what we did. So I brought Shock and McAdoo in. Wayne did Mr. T. Then we started going to studios. And I said, we get a better name. I said, well, the station I was on was WSRD in Youngstown. So it was the Wizard, WSRD. I said, I'm gonna call myself the Wizard, and y'all gonna be the Sorcerer Crew. So I had a guy draw up a big old poster, four sorcerers and me on I had this big ass booth. I had a custom built. I paid like $2,000 for it. Had my 1200s, had my PV 24 track mixer in it. That was a 16 track power mixer. It was heavy as fuck. I used to put that bitch in the back of the van and roll with it.
Wow.
So we started being Johnny on the Sorcerer Crew. 81, Coach East won. Coach East won the club style battle. And I said, man, I gotta get on there. So come find out, I meet Coach East about 2 weeks later. And then he was like, hey, well, I hear you doing a lot of things over here on St. Clair. I need somebody who can run sound for me at a party and, you know, DJ until I get there. So I started doing that for him. And we joined forces, became the Apache Crew in like 1983 because he left with MC Chill and the 40 Below crew, so the Bomb Squad.
Okay. So how did you know? You remember anything about the club style battle? Like where was the club style thing at before it was officially club style?
It was club music for real.
Okay.
It was all club music. Wasn't, Bud and them was playing club music, but when Coach East cracked that mic open that night, it changed everything. He started playing the rap music.
Wow. So Coach East essentially introduced rap to the whole audience. Before it was just like what?
They was playing R&B music, but wasn't really no rap.
Okay.
You know, they wouldn't barely play Sugar Hill Gang.
So it was like essentially when in Straight Outta Compton when they showed them in the club and they was playing like all the dance and disco music.
That's one of the way it was.
Wow.
Yeah, and they played funk music and R&B.
Right.
So yeah, Coach East cracked the mic open, started rapping, and it changed the whole game.
That's dope.
Yeah, and man, Dean Rufus was like, hey, we're gonna take this thing and turn it around. They turned it around.
Wow. So was he essentially like the gatekeeper to the whole thing, or
Dean?
Yeah.
Yes, yeah. Dean was the man. He was the program director. It's hot as hell. This.
That's not the word. There's a little stuff in here.
You know, fan?
It's the light.
That light ain't hot.
Everything is bright.
But we look good on Twitch. We are broadcasting live on Twitch, Facebook, and YouTube. Check it out. So let me get my times right. So me and Coach E started doing parties. I would do parties on the north side of town, and he would set up things on the south side of town, and we would just mix parties together. So I had a Sorcerer Crew there, and he had the Banks Brothers over there, and in between we would switch.
Okay.
So we knew it. You got to be on this side of town at 11, and I'll be there. So bam, he was doing that like that.
Wow, that's crazy. So they were still getting the whole crew
Both
on both
of us,
sides
yeah.
of town.
Yeah.
That's fire.
So that worked out pretty good. Then I think he went back out of town or something. Can't remember what Coach E did, but it was crazy.
Did you go to the Army then?
Yeah. Right out of college, he went back to the Army.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
I need a card from you, brother.
I don't have one. 701-1214. That's
You want
been
to talk about Black History?
Black History?
Yes.
Yeah, it's Black History.
The L is Black History.
DJ Black History.
Right. It's the entertainment
Yeah,
aspect.
701-1214. Yeah. So when Coach East left, we was doing Beckman Hall. I was spray painting. I was doing graffiti work and everything. So I did a graffiti piece on the side of a building. It was a 4-story building. I walked up the fire escape and I tagged the wizard coming down like this. in 3 different colors. It was black, silver, and blue. And they tore the fire escape down. So a magazine took a picture of that tag and said, how the hell did this tag get up here? The wizard tag. Everybody's like, who the wizard? Who the wizard? And when I met Sano was like, who is this wizard guy? You're the wizard DJ Johnny O. I said, that's me. He's like, get out of here.
Wow.
He said, you know your tag is in this book. It was a hardcover book that my tag made it into.
That's crazy.
It was real nice. So, but he still got the book.
That would be cool if we can get some copies of that.
I'm gonna have to hit him up and see.
So you was around that whole era. Like, are you familiar with like the guys in the '80s that was doing tagging everywhere?
Ranger.
Yeah, because he was like a heavy name.
Yeah, me and I used to
era.
try to catch up with Ranger all the time, and I finally caught him downtown rapping with Suave Gotti
Wow.
at Tower City.
Oh, wow.
That's
So
dope.
me and Ranger showed me some skills to do how to tag, and did a big ass Cruel Times on Earth. We had a song called Cruel Times on Earth. So the Beckman Hall was a UAW union hall that we get all of our parties at. So we standing there, and I went to the manager. I said, hey, we need to color, beautify this place around here. I want to put some graffiti on it. He said, oh, no. I said, it's going to be real nice. I said, it says Cruel Times on Earth, and it's cruel out here. You know, crack alleys everywhere. So he gave me permission to paint a Cruel Times on Earth. So it took me like 2 days, and it was 24 feet long, or 35 feet long, about 8 foot high, all kind of colors, and Ranger and Sano came over and helped spray it with me, so it was real nice.
Y'all got pictures of that?
I don't know where nothing at no more.
Man, y'all hear that out there, listeners, man. In Cleveland, y'all got some of that history, man.
History.
Bring it in, man. Bring it
Yeah,
in.
if anybody got pictures of that Cruel Times on Earth or that wizard, I know Sano got the book with the wizard in it. Bring it in. So those are my graph days. I never danced because I can't dance. So you wouldn't see me break dance.
I don't think many DJs really are dancers.
No, me either. So wouldn't see me dancing. Still DJing a lot with the Sorcerer crew back at Youngstown State because that's where I went. That's where I really started DJing at, was Youngstown State.
That's where it really took
Because
off.
that's where it took off. So as I go away to school in 80, the winter of 81, January 81, when Reagan was being inaugurated, I remember walking into my dorm the day he was being inaugurated in 1981. And I'm like, damn, we screwed. This guy gonna kill the unions. First unions he messed with was the air traffic controllers.
Sheesh.
So I'm in college. I got an African roommate, and he did not like me at all.
Really?
I had girls coming in and out of that room left and right. He did not like me. So if y'all ever been to Youngstown, you know where the college is at. Down the hill is downtown. So I'm walking downtown, and it's full of pawn shops. So I'm walking past this one pawn shop. They got 2 SL 100s and a Newmark mixer in the middle. $150
For the whole set.
for the whole set.
Wow.
I had a $200 check from my union in my pocket. I went in there and signed the check over. He gave me $50 back. I carried that shit all the way back to the house we was living in. I said, I'm gonna be a DJ, y'all. They like, get the fuck out of here. My roommates like, get the fuck out of here. So I bought 2 records. I bought a Roger Troutman, So Rough, So Tough album.
Wow.
That was the first double albums I ever bought. Roger Troutman, So Rough, So Tough album. Or Heard It Through the Grapevine was the official name of it.
Right.
The many facets of Roger.
Yep, there you go. That was the official name of the album, but So Rough, So Tough and Grapevine were the 2 first singles off of it.
Yeah, those are the promo 12
Yeah,
inches.
yeah. That I ran, and my roommate's like, you ain't gonna be no DJ. So we were pledging Omega Sci-Fi that year. And I came home, and when I came home, they were on the floor almost dead because they had been beat down. And if I would have been there, I would have been beat down too.
Damn.
But I was out with the girl. They had took the straps from under my bed and beat the mess. They was all bigger than me. I was smaller in college. I was like 5'10", 150 pounds. So I had to get them to the hospital. It was 3 of them. They was all bigger than me. They was all football players. So I got them to the hospital, and they was laid up for 2 or 3 weeks, and that's when the college threw our line off the campus. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So they said no more Qs on this campus. So we got thrown off. I went on DJing all of the frats and sororities. Name getting bigger. Going down to Pitt, going down to Akron, going to Kent with Cochise and DJ Hawk, because it was me, Cochise, DJ Hawk, and the Banks brothers. Yeah. So that was the Apache crew.
Wow.
So we was doing all kind of parties like that.
So in that time, we was in college with Cochise and Hawk them, and that was the Apache crew. The Sorcerer crew was still your brother's back at home.
Yeah.
Wow.
They did not like Cochise neither.
Really?
They did not like fuck that nigga, man. Come on,
He
man.
wasn't in from the ground.
Yeah.
That's Daryl all day.
Yeah, fuck that nigga, man. Like, nah, he cool. We growing our name. We growing our fan base.
Right.
I said, y'all gotta see the big picture. So the picture got bigger. We all got bigger. We was doing shows all over the place. And 1984 comes. A lady calls Lynn Tolliver and says, hey, we need a local group to open up for our tour coming in the next few months. So you're like, oh, Johnny on the Social Crew. They're probably the hottest local rappers around. So he called me and said, hey, can you come down to the station? I ran down to the station. He said, this lady from Detroit, Jerry Freisen, wants you guys to open up for the show. She'll be here next week to talk. So we go to meet her a week after. She brought her sons. I took them around, took them to get some Polish boys. They had never heard of Polish boys. They fell in love with Polish boys.
Like all people from out of town do.
Right. And she said, well, if y'all can turn this party out, y'all can open up the show, I'll take y'all on this 44-city tour. I said, shit. Okay, it's a deal.
Right.
So we go around, we passing out flyers all over the city. We buying shit. I had these big ass sorcerer gowns made with the hoods on them. Went to the magic shop, bought these little things you stick on your finger. You put this little fire paper in it, and when you click it, fire shoot out.
Oh, shit.
All of us had those doing this. When we came out, crowd went crazy. And we had that acetate made with Johnny O, and I was scratching Johnny O, and I scratched each the MC's name and brought them out. The city went crazy.
Wow.
It was crazy. So after the show, Curtis Blow came over. He like, hey, y'all killed that shit. Who the fuck are y'all? So it was Curtis Blow, Red Alert, Rockmaster Scott, the Dynamic 3, Houdini not Houdini, but UTFO before they became UTFO because they was dancing with Houdini. Who else was on that show? A couple of the Roxannes.
Okay.
So it was really nice. So she said, hey, I want to put y'all on the tour. She said, I can give y'all $300, one room, and you drive your own van.
Damn.
Shit, let's do it. Let's do it. It's on. So now take it. I'm 22, so they like 14 and 15,
Oh, wow.
the Sorcerer Group. So I went to all of their mothers and fathers and said, hey, we got an opportunity to go on a tour. Oh, LL Cool J was on there too. Said, we have an opportunity to go on tour. And I want to take your sons on tour for the summer. It's 44 cities, but we'll quit before, school starts back.
Right.
Everybody gave me permission to take them.
Wow.
Yeah. So we go out on the tour first. First show was in Cleveland. Second show was in Pittsburgh. Turned Pittsburgh out. Third show was in Cincinnati. Driving to Cincinnati. Now I got to follow in my Chevy van, passenger van. It's 9 of us. It was 9 people, including myself and Johnny O and the Social Group.
Sheesh.
It was Johnny O, Wayne D, Mr. T, DJ Shock, McAdoo, Chuck Fresh, Wild C, and Earl Holliman. So it was 8 of us.
The beatbox phenomenon.
Yes. So we're in the van, and the tour bus they had breaks down coming through Pittsburgh, headed to Cincinnati. We was about 50 miles from Cincinnati. So we pull up behind the bus. Everybody mad. LL come out, and I said, well, Jerry, I'm gonna run up to the next exit and get some pops and some ice and shit. I'm gonna ride with y'all. LL said, I'm gonna ride with y'all. So he jumped in the front seat, we driving, we cracking jokes on everybody and everything, and we get up there. I buy all the pops and shit because I always had a bunch of money, always. So I buy everything. We come back. We all out on the road waiting on the guy to come and fix the motor on the tour bus. Another tour bus comes up. They all jump in there, and we go to Cincinnati, get checked into our room. I mean, it's 8 of us in one room.
Sheesh.
Wild C was 400 pounds. Now that was my ace coon boom. That was my Negro to the end.
He was the rule.
Yeah, we called him the historian because he didn't forget nothing. Big Chris, Wild C, rest in peace. He died on 9/11, 2001. So it'll be 19 years this year. Salute to Big Chris.
No doubt, no doubt, no doubt.
So we get to Cincinnati, turn the show out. I mean, everybody on the stage just rocked the shit. Curtis Blow tore it up.
Wow.
And a UTFO before they became UTFO was the dance moves they had was just out of this world. Turned Cincinnati out, headed to Toledo. Now we're going from Cincinnati to Toledo. It's like a 4 or 5 hour drive. We're driving, so I'm just going on ahead of the bus. We get like to 75, just below Sandusky. Flying about 80 miles an hour. My left tire blows out. We almost go over the divider. So we get out, tire blown out. We ain't gonna make the show. I'm like, shut the fuck up. We gonna make it. So, Casper C. I forgot about Casper C. I
So
think it
there
was
is
9
9
of us.
of y'all.
Yeah,
I was about to say, I was wondering.
I looked at
was
Showcase
Casper
and
C.
thought the Casper C. What the how
Yeah.
how you didn't say nothing?
I was wondering if he had
Shit.
joined the group yet, or was
Yeah,
this
no,
still
he was
before
in the
came
group. Yeah,
Okay.
he was in the group.
That's, yeah, I didn't.
Yeah. So we get out. I tell them, I said, y'all just stand out here with y'all bright red jackets doing like this. So they did that. I jacked the van up, put the spare on, got back in. We made it to Toledo. We did the arena, the Toledo Sports Arena, whatever it was called. It held about 11,000 people. It was big for a little small arena in the city. And we tore them up. We was there for 2 days because we had a date. We got there a day early. So we was there for 2 days. So we met all these girls. We was out partying with them. This the night before. It's a Friday night. We're in a neighborhood we ain't never been around, nothing. And Wayne D picks up this cat, throws it in the air, and I whooped his ass. Because I'm an animal lover. So I
Right.
whooped his. I was like, you don't never do no stupid shit like that. So they're still growing up. I'm teaching them how to be men as good as I know, how my father taught me.
Right.
And we just go in and we start having fun. We turn the show out, and it's another amazing show. We get back to the hotel to get paid. No pay.
Boom, 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 boom.
That was the end of the 44 city tour.
Wow.
So she had some Detroit people come down and rob her. That was our biggest show.
And she staged a robbery.
She staged the robbery and they took all the money. The tour was over. I mean, we met a lot of people in them 4 cities. You know, well, Pittsburgh, Cincinnati, and Toledo, so 3 cities. We already knew everybody in Cleveland. But the name went crazy. So after that, I started doing the new music seminars.
Mm-hmm.
The year after that, I went to my first new music seminar. And the first one I went to, I didn't get in the battle. That was '83. Just watched it. But leaving the Latin Quarter the night after the first battle, I'm walking back, and so another guy walking with me. He said, "Yeah, my name's Hammer." I said, "Okay, Hammer. Why they call you Hammer?" He said, "I play baseball." He said, "I'm the bat boy for the Oakland Raiders." I said, "Okay."
Oh, athletics.
Athletics, yeah. So I said, "Okay, cool." They said, "You pay good?" He said, "No, it's all voluntary, you know, but it's gonna get me out there, get me a lot of name recognition." So we walking. He said, "I got some records coming out. I'm gonna be big. You watch, I'm gonna be big." So we were staying at the Marriott Marquis, right on in Times Square. So the next day we go out. We at the downstairs at the Marriott Marquis doing the battle and all the rappers and everything, and everybody is talking to Hammer. Everybody from Tommy Boy is talking to Hammer. said, they're probably gonna be big. Tom Silverman, Julie Greenwald, everybody is on this guy's.
Right.
And I said, okay. So 3-4 years later, boom, he blows up.
Wow.
Blows up.
So he wasn't just blowing smoke. It was just
Nah,
like
he was. I said that nigga was real. Shit.
He was the first guest on our City Hall, right? He was the
Yeah.
first. He was the
Yeah,
first
yeah,
guest.
yeah. So
That's
he
dope.
told me, he said, I'm gonna be big. Watch.
And then sure enough, you get there, he talking, all the execs going right to this
I
guy.
guess the nigga is gonna be right.
Wow.
So we standing out there. That was 83, 84. No, that was 84. 85 is when I get in the first one, and I believe that's the year that I took third place behind Easy G and DJ Cheese.
Mhm.
DJ Cheese beat me in the preliminary when he spun back. Get Fresh Crew.
Okay.
Just everybody in the room in the ballroom just stood up. Damn. So he was rocking to get Dougie Fresh, Get Fresh Crew. No, he was just rocking the beginning of it. Then when it got to Get Fresh Crew and he spun that big back, spun it back and it said Get Fresh Crew and everybody just boom. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, some of that.
And
It's like on it today.
Cheese pushed me back to third place with that right there.
Wow.
So, Easy G from Original Concept.
Okay.
Yeah,
So you was actually with some real-
I was
Yeah.
battling all them guys there. Who else was in that battle? That was the main three. We was first, second, and third. So I'm like, okay, well, just a Negro from Cleveland, so I guess I did okay. So me and Red Alert became real cool. So we go up to the Bronx, we go over here, we go over there. He just showed me around New York, actually all over. So, well, Easy G was from there, so he didn't really, it was just me and Cheese was riding with him. So me and Cheese became cool, and we talked on the phone a few times. Yeah, you know, trying to collaborate on some things that never happened, but.
Right.
But we later in the years, like about 6 years ago, we talked on the phone because of You're Not a DJ. Shit, but You're Not a DJ. came
Right.
up. Everybody started. What's wrong with your nigga, man? What's wrong with your nigga?
Yeah, ginger beer.
So back to the 80s. Man, where we at?
Hold on, I want to
Okay.
hit the pause button on that
Okay.
because DJ Cheese was like one of the dopest DJs like of the '80s because
Right.
DJs wasn't really cutting records like that on
no
TV.
shame to come
And he
in
was the
third
first
with
one,
DJ.
Right.
first winner of the DMC.
Man,
Hip hop DJ.
Was he the first
DMC,
one?
Yeah.
I thought
Yeah.
it was Cash Money.
No,
No,
that was
DJ
down the
Cheese was
line.
the first one,
Yes.
86.
Wow.
Yeah.
The year after he won New York, he won the DMC.
Yeah.
wow. Yeah, Cheese was cold.
Cheese was cold.
King
Little
Cut's
bitty.
still cold.
Little bitty.
Did they have King cut out yet?
No.
King, it came
Yeah,
out
but
after that.
it
Right
was-
at that same
Right after
year,
the battle.
right after the battle.
Because
Yeah,
the whole
the crazy
song
part
about
is-
King Cut, if you pay attention to it, it was about DJ Cheese.
Yeah.
The whole
Right,
song was
right,
about the
right.
DJ.
That's what he
It was
said.
a
We
promo
working on
album
the song
first.
because he did some of the scratches in the battle.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, he had the King cut.
The chick chick
Yeah,
chain.
yeah.
chick,
He had
chick,
all of that
chick, chick,
in some of his
yeah.
cuts.
No shit.
So yeah, me and Cheese battled. Him and Easy G from Original Concept. They took the finals and Cheese won first, second, and I was third.
That's dope.
So yeah, we always went to the New Music Seminar.
I was mad you ain't go that one year, man.
Hold on, man.
That was like the year after.
Yeah.
85.
Skipping.
No, that's it. We there.
85,
We
me
there.
and Earl Holliman drives up and my wife's Yellow Nova. This is the year Earl Holliman won the Beatbox Championship.
Okay.
It was, man, how many was Stethosonics Beatbox? What was his name? I can't think of his name, but it was Stethosonic and 2 or 3 other guys. And before the battle, we were standing outside talking to Herbie Lovebug. We didn't know who he was. He's like, hey, I got these girls. I need a beatbox on it. And blah, 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 blah. And they called Salt and Pepper. This was from Salt and Pepper Bro.
They were the symbolic
Super,
three.
it was
Yes.
Super Nature.
Yeah, Super Nature.
Super
yeah.
Nature.
Super
yeah.
Nature,
He said, I'm
Yeah.
about to blow them up, and I love to put you on the track, you know, blah, blah, blah. And this shit never happened. Never happened. Never happened. Wow. It's so many damn memories.
We got time, man.
I'm working through, so we standing out
What's
on
wise?
Times
Wise
Square.
was the beatbox.
Wise,
Wise
yeah.
and- not wise intelligence. It's
No,
just
No,
wise.
it's just wise.
Yeah.
Human
Yeah.
Lindrum.
Yeah.
Was it Human Lindrum was what Ready
Ready
Rock?
Rock.
Really right. He was in the battle too.
Was he?
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
So Earl gets up there and Earl started doing his shit and he do the and just tears the crowd up. Then he stand on his hand and beatboxing on his hands. And he won. He
Damn.
was the first and only DMC World Beatbox Champion. And he died with that title. So
Cleveland, Ohio.
in Ohio.
You
Yeah.
got. It's funny because no matter how much hip hop history you have, and no matter where you go, Cleveland is in that
It's
mix,
in the
man.
mix, yeah, well,
Cleveland is in
In
the
the
mix.
early
of
80s,
everything.
Cleveland was the number 4 market for radio.
Real
I wonder
shit.
what happened to
Man,
where
it got
Cleveland.
Kathy
diluted.
Hughes.
Man,
They got
Kathy Hughes
diluted.
happened.
Yeah.
wow, it's
Everybody
crazy.
started going to Detroit. Outside of Detroit, all the
Thanks,
labels
Dre.
left Cleveland.
Right.
They left Cleveland, bam. And we got to go back. You said Dre. I got to go back to EQ. We cannot do this without saying EQ and Dre.
Right.
So on Club Style, I get a call from a young guy because we used to answer the phones. And he used to call me. I said, he said, I want to talk to you after the show. I said, 851-1933. Call me. So he calls me the next day. He said, hey, I want to learn how to DJ like you. I said, all right, where you live? He's like, I live right here off of Buckeye, 119 from Buckeye. I said, okay, I'll come by. Shoot me the address. So I write down the address. I go over there, and we got a little bitty 4-track down there. I'm telling him, showing how to bounce tracks and boom, 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 this and that, how to scratch a little bit, how to do a mix 4-track mixtape. And he started growing.
This ain't
Just start buying shit.
Who,
learning.
EQ?
EQ, yeah.
Oh,
EQ,
Gerald.
yeah,
Gerald?
EQ, yeah.
Gerald Robinson.
Gerald Robinson. Rest in peace, G.
No doubt.
Yeah, so
Cheers.
cheers. We got a drink. Salud, salud.
Yeah.
So, in his basement, bam, taking him to studio sessions with us. Then we was recording at Time Tracks.
Monkey Paw.
Yeah, Monkey Paw. Matter of fact, I engineered most of Monkey Paw 12 inch.
Are you serious?
Yes, sir.
The bass player lives right next door to me. He's still
Wow.
crazy as a Bessie Bug right
Yeah.
now.
That's crazy.
That was one of
That's
our
Tony Knocker's
tours.
brother.
Yeah, that was one of our tours we did too. We did a 9-city tour in 8 days.
With Scott.
Really?
Woo!
Scott and Raven.
Scott.
Kermit Henderson put us on as their roadies,
Wow.
Shout out to
opening
Kermit.
up for Scott and Raven.
He called me the other day.
Them Ruffin boys.
Kermit. Inflation. It's crazy.
Fighter Kermit.
I was cleaning out my garage yesterday. This is real talk, and I probably went through 40 plus albums, man, and all of them had Dials Record Creation or
Sticker
Fillmore
on it.
these stickers on.
Check this out. I pulled out some. I bought somebody's collection a few days ago, right?
Uh-huh.
At least 20 albums had Inflation Party, but they had Fillmore East, the Kinsman location.
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah,
oh.
Fillmore East and
Like
Inflation.
54.
Yep, it was
Right,
weird,
right
like that big yellow sticker with the karate guys on.
Yep.
Like Inflation
I
Party.
got some history. Kermit will love those right
Yeah,
now.
we got to
I
get
just
Kermit
talked
on
to
this
him.
show,
I told
man.
you,
Oh,
man.
shit.
He in Cleveland for a few weeks.
Yeah, he is.
We need
had
to get
bring
him on
up
here. Yeah.
Definitely.
Man, I used to walk up and down when it was in Cleveland all the way in the back.
Oh, my
Kermit, like, look in the back shelf. I know what you want. Just go
Right
all the way in the
back
back.
I
That
bought
was-
OH10 from Kermit.
That was a
Man.
crazy
I was
story.
Man.
home on leave in 1988, 89, and he said, Johnny, you got another record on. I said, let me get it. He said, I ain't got no more. Come back in the morning. I said, I'm leaving. I got to catch a plane at 9:01. He said, you better be here at 8:01. Wow. OH10, I got 2
Wow.
copies. He was like, it's the hottest thing in the city right now. I was only in town for like 2 days as my son was born.
Man, I can't
Which
wait till
thing
we
was
get
that?
to
That was
It was
88 or 86?
no, it was 88.
88. That was OH10.
OH10.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Boss-
OH10
boss-
came out in 88.
Boss brought me 2 copies when I was DJing up at the Sheet.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He
hold
like,
on,
cause I-
we skipping too
We-
far.
yeah, we gonna go back-
get
Okay,
there.
let's go. Okay, wait,
We gotta
wait.
go back 2 years for a minute.
All right.
We're gonna go back to 85. So
All right.
85, where was we at?
Where was that?
Oh, the Scott and Raven.
Yeah, Scott and Raven.
But that actually had happened in 89. So we go, no, 86. So 85, me and Boss hook up. He was back home from California.
Mhm.
And he's riding this all white motorcycle. Koch rockets or whatever they call them.
Cross Racket.
Crotch rocket, yeah. So he riding it, and we all sitting down, smoking weed and shit down on Coit in 134. That was my neighborhood. So he pulls up. Now he got a Jag, he got a Blazer. They all got Louis Vuitton seats.
Yes, sir.
The motorcycle had Louis Vuitton seat leather on it. So he come back and
Own it
the sound effect
today.
just-
Own it today.
Hey.
He is own it
Salute,
today.
shout out to the church.
Right, shout out to T-Rex.
Hey, T-Rex, that was real shit though.
So,
I felt it.
so he comes home, we standing there, and I'm telling him what we about to start doing.
Mhm.
And I said, hey, I'm about to put together this compilation album. Now, this was 86. It didn't come out to 88.
Wow.
So he said, oh, yeah? No. I said, we about to do this song. Me and Casper was standing there smoking weed. We just pulled over and just started smoking. So we standing there. He drive by. I'm like, come on over here. So he come over. I said, we working on these tracks, man. We got this song by Led Zeppelin called Cashmere, but we're going to call it Legally Deaf. So then it was only made on a little bitty small machine. Casper remember the name of it. It was a little bitty Akai something.
Oh, okay.
Or Roland. I don't even know what the fuck it was, but it made great sounds. So I said, we need a better drum machine. So I went out and bought the first SB12. Got that bitch. So we really rocking shit. So we in our studio doing it, and I get a call to DJ this big party, Turtle 2 Productions, Friday the 13th, 1986, at the Statler.
Oh, wow.
Packed. It's 1,000+ people in this bitch.
Sheesh.
Turtle 2 Productions. They made it look like Johnny O gave this thing.
Mm.
Shootout, fight. They tore the whole city up. They went down Euclid Avenue. This was
Oh, I
at the
remember that.
Statler.
It was on the, that
At the
shit was on the
Statler.
news. I saw it on
Yes,
the news.
tore down,
Yeah.
busted every window on Euclid Avenue.
Yeah, all the stores got bust out,
Yes.
looted. I remember that.
Yeah.
What year was that?
86.
It was the first night I started DJing at Vale's on the Circle.
Yeah, my mother had said something to me because I was a kid, and she was like,
You was
still
there.
wanna
I
be
know
a-
you was there.
No, I was involved.
Oh.
You still want to be a DJ? They downstairs, right? Right in downtown.
I was involved.
Oh, so I remember
Well, we got singers and everybody.
We got the grand ballroom quiet. Now we at the top of the escalator. They had steps and escalators. Steps you had to walk up, escalator go down. So it was a security guard. And I'm trying to calm these young brothers down. I said, man, y'all please calm down. He pulls out his 38. This one dude from Shaw said, he only got 6 bullets. I remember that like it just happened. He only got 6 bullets, Johnny. Yo, he can't get all of us. I'm like, no. I said, please don't, please. I said, let's just go. Y'all just go. So I saved this security guard and probably 6 of them.
Right, because he was about to,
He
let him have it.
I'm like, don't do it. They was fighting their ass off. BCOs and Dynamite Devils and
What was
whoever
this?
else at the Statler.
Oh,
Because of the power wasn't working on the goddamn sound system. It went out. It went out right before we came on. Niecy D and Nikki D just went off.
Damn.
And we had about 20, 30 acts on that show.
Shit.
R&B, like you said, R&B singers, rappers, everything.
Right.
So everybody get outside, we get packed up. I go DJ at Vale's, rip some shit up. I think it was me and Bud and Tony T. And,
Shout out to Tony T.
yeah, and I go home, go to sleep, wake up to somebody knocking on my door, the FBI, there to arrest me
Because your party.
because it was my party.
And it wasn't even your party.
I was just the host and the DJ in the act, one of the acts. That's all it was. They
why they
took
arrested
me to jail. They
Damn.
took me to the 5th district.
What they
In
arrested? The
question.
FBI?
FBI. They tore up downtown.
oh yeah.
Yeah, they tore downtown.
They said it was a small scale riot. I'll never forget that.
They tore it up. Didn't they, Pac-Man?
Man, it was crazy.
I know they tore
Turn
it
that
up.
mic up.
My mom
It
was
was-
like,
it was
where you
crazy,
at?
yo.
I was like, why? You ain't downtown, are you? Mm-mm.
I think everybody might have questioned that.
I think-
I was at home.
I
I was a
think-
kid.
She
I
called
think-
me at somebody. I was at somebody else's house. She said, "You
Wow.
still there? Don't go out the house."
Don't leave.
I think Cleveland was one of the first cities that was looting back then when that.
Yeah, because I remember all the stores took all their merchandise out of the windows after they got
Yeah.
fixed.
Because Euclid Avenue used to have nothing but big
Right.
20-foot
Yeah,
windows.
Yeah.
all glass windows.
All their merchandise was like
Right there
expensive
by the
merchandise.
statue.
Right there in the
window.
window.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was in the
They
window.
took all that shit out.
Yeah.
Damn.
So we leave 5th District. I go home. So boss called me. He said, "Hey, we got to do some more business because that's too dangerous for you." So from then on, I became a exotic bird distributor.
Exotic bird.
That's a good way to put it
We
out.
distribute exotic birds
Yeah.
from Mexico and Colombia.
Wow.
Parakeets, flamingos,
No,
cockatoos.
macaws, no. So that took our project to the next level.
Got you.
So now I said, hey, instead of us just doing our single, let's do a compilation and bring artists from all over the city and put them on this album.
Right.
He said, that's a good idea. I said, we'll charge everybody $500. We'll give them a photo shoot. We hired a photographer. We will give them so many hours in the studio. We'll book it through Mike Chapman. Me and Casper and Mike will make the music. We'll record everything there, and then we put out this album and we clean up some of this money.
Oh, it's 10 album?
OH10 album. So we go in, we take like 12 artists. One guy didn't have all his money, so he didn't get on the picture. He didn't get his picture on the back cover. And we spent like $40,000
Engineering that album.
engineering that album.
I remember that when that was being made.
Yeah. So it turned out really good. We went to a record label, a record pressing company in Texas. And we got the cheapest rate and the cheapest shipping rates to print 40,000 copies. So
Wow.
not $40,000, 40,000 copies, I'm sorry about that. So we didn't spend that much. Now we turn around and we sell out of the first batch. Did really good. So me and Boss made a lot of money. So them exotic birds turned into
records.
real money.
Yeah. Man,
So
that's crazy.
started doing shows. I'm mailing records everywhere. Just here go 20 records. See if you can sell these in your shop. All over the country, spending money like crazy. So Boss said, on the way to New York that year, he said, let's start our own studio. I'm like, man, we don't need to start our own studio. That's too much money. He's like, well, we got all this money. Let's start our own studio. So it's 1986. We got $454,000 cash on my attic floor.
Sheesh.
We had so much cash.
Almost threw up.
We had so much cash, it wouldn't even fit in the safe. We had to put the safe on top of the money.
Damn, see, I was like literally, in the movies, they show a room with just like money
Right,
everywhere.
right.
Y'all literally had an attic full
It
of money.
took us almost 10 hours to count $454,000 stacks.
Trisha trying to get paid.
We had $500,000 cash.
Right, no shit.
So I can legally say I seen $500,000 cash on my attic floor
In
Can't say
person.
that.
in person. Yeah.
Wow.
I could just say I seen it.
Right, no, you can just right. I've seen it, but you know,
I can't-
it wouldn't matter.
I can't clarify.
Right.
I seen it, but I can't do nothing with it.
Yeah, we was
Wow.
we'd never crack one open. We'd
Wow.
never split a bird open. Always the whole thing or nothing. I remember one day, we ain't talking about DJing no more.
Hey, it's all good. It's all
But
the
this
same.
is my story. This
Right,
is
that's
this
right.
is the life I was living in
Right.
the 80s. So
This is why we here.
I walk in, I leave my cousin's house on 116th and Continental. He needed 3 macaws.
High Street.
So I took him 3 white macaws, 66,000.
Shit.
So
Bobby Vice in Cleveland.
I had a brand, the new Nikes came out. So I went and bought the Nikes, the Nike bag, the Nike hat, Nike shirt. I'm flying the motherfucker. Never took the labels off, nothing. Got a label hanging on the side, label hanging on the shoes.
Hey, you was like the
And they was almost like them.
hey, you was like the male mini pearl. Huh?
That's right, that's right. So I'll go in my mother's house and I run to the bathroom, I throw the bag on the table. And I remember her saying, you got some money? I said, look in that bag and take what you need. I ain't hear nothing.
Mm.
When I walked out there, she get the fuck out of here. Take this bag with you.
She was like, nah, nigga, how you get all this damn money?
Now, Tristan, you dropped the ball. That's what been
Oh, yeah. That was supposed to be an
So right after that, one of our classmates, 'cause we graduated together. We went to school from 2nd grade on,
Mhm.
and he's a police officer. He said, "Hey, y'all need to watch y'all back. They getting ready to issue an indictment on you."
Mm.
So about 2 weeks later, I went and bought a brand new white Blazer, an '88 Chevy Blazer. I'm riding around the city. I got a kicker box in the back. My daughter is 4 or 5. She 4. And her niece, and my niece was back there. She's 6. So right around 140th and St. Clair, they whipped the lights on. So I keep driving. I drive straight to the house, to my mother's house, pull in the driveway, walk out the truck, get my kid, my daughter and my niece out. We sitting on the porch. They like, "Can you come down here and talk to us?" I said, "I can hear you just fine right here."
Right.
I said, "What do you want?" He said, we whipped the lights. I said, "Y'all whipped the lights on me. I didn't do nothing." So I didn't break no law. I didn't think you was whipping the lights on me. So my mother come down. My mother was she was a firecracker. "What the fuck is going on out here? Get y'all fucking ass from out in front of my house." I said, "Calm down, my just come on down here and talk to us." And I said, "Don't go down there. Don't go down there." They grabbed her ass. When they grabbed her ass, everybody on the street came out. So now they calling for backup.
It's all bad.
It's about 15 cop cars. Me and my mama go to jail the same night together. They was trying to catch me with some dope.
Right?
Could not find no birds ever on me. 5 times in 1 week I got arrested.
Somebody was
Whoa.
Just trying to catch me with the dope.
Because the police don't do their job.
Yeah,
Right.
Ask
they
me
was
how I
looking
know.
on everybody else. So they could never catch me because after that first time, I never carried no more.
Right.
We always had guys that would take the
birds,
dope.
yeah.
We would pick the money up. They would drop the birds, and go from there. So the one guy got slick. He wanted to take 80,000 from us. Yeah,
Got greedy.
got great. In the same week, my partner's sister came into my house and took 3 birds. I told him, I said, I came home from work. I said, "Hey, my front door open. Somebody came in the house." He said, "Yeah, that was her." He said, "All right, grab the guns and I'll meet me at my place." So we go down. I pick him up in my Blazer. I said, "You know where she at?" He said, "Yeah, I know where that bitch at." It's his sister. We went straight to that motherfucking house, kicked in the door. She was gone. It was a half a bird still up there.
Oh, damn.
The one bitch, he smacked her with the pistol grip. Bam! I picked up the dope, put it in the bag. They had like $6,000. I took the money, got back in the truck. He said, "Where that bitch at?" "She went to sell that bitch." So we waited on her. She came in there. He knocked the shit out. I think he knocked about 3 of her teeth out.
Damn.
Took the money. We got in the truck.
Shout out to T-Rex, man.
Oh shit!
I'm bored.
Oh, you was on it, bro.
So the whole time I'm still DJing. That's the reason why. No,
Right.
not the reason why yet. So this is still 86, 87.
But you gotta finish that story. So he knocked
So
out like
he
3
knocked her
teeth.
out. We took the money from her, which was just a little short because she spent some money somewhere. So we took the money, we leave, and he said, "We got to get out of here." So the label was already going. So he said, "I'm going back to Cali so until the heat died out." So we shipping $10,000 in record packages at a time.
Oh shit.
He said, "It's gonna take too long." He said, "Get bigger boxes and send me 20 or 30,000 at a time." So he moved
Shit.
back to San Francisco area. He was from the Bay Area. That's where he stayed at when he left the service. He goes out there after I sent him about 300,000, and I kept the rest. He goes out there. He's living with a young lady, and they run up in him and they catch him with an ounce. So he go away for about 10 years.
For an ounce?
Ounce.
That's in
Because it was
California,
right his,
in Cali?
downstairs. Yeah, this was California. Downstairs, she had a daycare center.
Oh.
So he had to do 10 years behind that. When he got out, came home, I'm the union boss now. So I gave him a job, get him in the union.
You boss?
Everything up. Yeah, I was a union boss. I'm still a union boss. Here, 27
Not
years.
you,
Oh,
man.
but no, we ain't saying no names.
Right.
Right.
Jamie,
Yeah. Him.
The custodian.
the motorcycle guy.
Right.
Pack over there,
So-
like.
Right. Dry snitches.
It was him with the yellow shirt.
No,
on.
Takashi. You sit against the wall.
Takashi 6'9".
You take it all the
This
time. Like to shut off.
Take the elevator downstairs.
Does it all the time. Oh, Takashi, boy.
Gets her every time. Don't come by my house. Like you open during the shutdown.
Everybody else gets the whole week. Get it.
So he goes out there. He has a Lamborghini. He buy a Lamborghini. He balling. Balling out of control.
Yeah.
Wasn't doing nothing, but just that one that baby bird, the little hummingbird got him.
Sheesh.
So now I'm still DJing. I remember beginning of '88, walking to the reason why I'm just in there, just serving niggas, trying to get rid of the last 3 birds we had. I'm letting ounces go. I mean, baby eggs go for $1,000. So I'm down to my last one. In the reason why, and Tiger Dan say, "Hey, I gotta go take a shit. Can you DJ until I get back?" I said, "Yeah, I'll DJ till you get back." So Kuja back there cooking wings. If you've ever been to the reason why, you know the kitchen was back here. The DJ was right in this little booth through a doorway right there. So I'm tearing shit up. I'm doing everything. Kuja's like, "Who the hell is that?" So she walked around out of the kitchen to the bar side that was right behind the DJ. Hey, you want a drink? I said, "Yeah, give me a cocaine lady." She gave me a whole pitcher.
Wow.
A pitcher.
That's how she was.
Cocaine ladies.
A cocaine lady in a beer pitcher.
Shit.
I
Those
said,
are
"What the
deadly."
fuck is this?"
Yeah.
She said, "You want a job?" I said, "I don't want Tiger's job. I want to take a job." And when Tiger came back, she like, "You fired." I said, "Kuzi, you can't do that. You can't do that shit."
Oh, she ain't give a fuck.
At all.
No
She ain't give
chill.
a fuck.
She did not.
She did not give
I
a
said,
fuck.
No. I said, "I will not take his night." He had a Sunday night.
Wow.
So I said, "Give me Tuesday nights." So I started off with Tuesday nights. She was paying me $100 a night. Then that was 1988. And when I left, I was making $350 a night.
No, pause.
Yeah.
1988.
Stop it.
$100 a night.
Yeah.
You niggas.
To walk in, it was already 1200s in a mixer there. All I had to do is bring my records.
You DJs should be ashamed of yourself.
Back then.
1988.
Back then.
$100 to just walk into a place.
Right.
Yep,
And
I
some of y'all
carried 3
bring
or 4 crates of records.
Everything.
Yep, for $100.
The shit was already there.
Shame
Yeah.
on y'all.
They have to feed their families.
Right. Go
You talk
ahead.
about
I went-
32 years later.
From one night to 4 nights at $350 a night.
I was saying, I already wanted some of this makers.
No, I'm good. Yeah, go ahead.
So I was doing.
It's the bourbon show. You want some bourbon?
I finally ended up taking the Sunday night. I had Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday because Bud had Friday, and I had Saturday.
Wow.
She
For
get
about 2 years.
this your show.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
You
This
can
is just all our show because this is all our history.
Right. We all in the same city.
Yeah.
Bud did a show one night and I was
Yeah.
DJing and it was a Friday night and she heard me play and was like, "Oh, you got Fridays."
You got Friday. Yeah, I remember that.
So whoever was cold, she just give me your job.
Yeah,
Who
you
y'all-
couldn't keep them going.
You talking
She
about
was like
cutthroat?
that,
She
man.
was a
He was
cutthroat.
expendable.
I was there when I was like 22. She was like, "Somebody ain't here. Can you spend for an hour?" I'm like, "This ain't even my shit." $50.
I'm gonna tell
Done.
you.
I'm gonna take it.
I'm gonna tell you who Cujo remind me of.
Who?
Jenny.
Oh,
Jenny.
Absolutely.
That's
She was-
Jenny all over again.
She was way worse than Jenny. Right.
Oh, she way worse
Cujo
than
was a
Jenny.
She'll tell you.
She way worse than
She was like,
Jenny.
"You was
though.
late."
Yeah. She was
So
a gangster.
the $50, I gave it to him. I was like, I don't need this dude gonna beat me up. Like, take his money back. I had to spend for free for 40 days.
So I DJ'd from 88 to 90, about 95, I quit.
Wow, so you was there doing the whole Chuck Conway Telejam
All
and
of
the
that,
film and all that
yes,
shit
yeah,
there?
yeah. As a matter of fact, me and Chuck did a few Telejam shows together.
Upstairs.
I remember that. I
We had
remember,
forecasts upstairs.
yeah, I remember being a kid watching
Yeah.
that when 19 first came on the air, WOIO, Channel 19. They used to have Telejam broadcasting live from the Reason Why
Right.
on Sunday nights.
Yeah, wow.
Crazy.
Crazy. Man. So, where we at? Telejam.
Yeah.
What else was out back then? 88, 89.
Toucan
Now we
Harry's.
worked, huh?
Toucan Harry.
Toucan Harry's, yeah. I mean, we DJing. I'm DJing everywhere. All over the place. So the bottom line kick in.
Mhm.
So the nights that I was off, I was at the bottom line for 350 with Fred.
With Fred Ward.
With Fred Ward, yeah.
Wow.
So I was making close to $2,000 a week just DJing. Plus, I'm working construction.
Right, you got a real
I'm
job.
19 years old in the steel mills, making $2,000-3,000 a week, and I was taxing 9 exemptions. So I was bringing home every penny of that money.
Wow.
So I had a Dom Perignon bottle full of $100 bills.
That's crazy. That's huge.
That's a lot of $100 bills.
Right, I'm gonna say you got to stop and think about that for a minute. Dom Perignon bottles are not your average size champagne bottles.
That's right.
Full of $100 bills.
Every week I would put about $1,000 and $100, about $100 bills in there because it was just too much money that I was making in the steel mill. But I was working 7 days a week, 12 hours a day.
Yeah, at 19.
At 19, making
Insane.
$3,000-4,000 a week on that job. Now I went from working as a laborer for 12 years. I came in at 80, worked to 92, 93. I got the job that I'm in now. I'm a business agent for the union. So the guy that gave me the job, his father was a mafia figure.
Okay.
And his father and his uncle was the main mafia guy from Cleveland, Tony Liberatore Sr.
Wow.
All right?
Anthony Lee.
Anthony Liberatore is the son. So, Danny Green, the hit on Danny Green was done by Tony.
Damn.
So, his nephew, Zip, and his father, Zip's father, Chester, were my union's bosses. So when Chester went to jail for racketeering, Zip took over. But before Chester went to jail, the black guy that retired was replaced with one of Chester's main guys, another white guy.
Okay.
So all the black guys said, hey, we need some representation. What you gonna do? He said, well, I can't just fire him and say I gotta put a black guy on. He said, hey, boom. So we was out at the Escape. Is that the Escape out there on
Out of Chagrin.
Chagrin?
Yeah.
Down in the basement?
Yeah, down in the basement.
Yeah, it's called something Lion or something now. But we was in the Escape, and him and one of my guys, Norm Edwards, I don't know if y'all know him, Big Norm, but they was walking out. And Norm said, hey, you still doing what you used to do? I said, not really, but I always got something. And I served him up.
Connection
About a
made.
year and a half later, he called. I'm working at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame doing all the concrete. So I'm like one of the foremans, but not an official foreman. So I'm running all the panels. I'm running the grade off. So my steward came down. He said, hey, Zip want to see you. It's muddy as fuck. So I'm in the bottom of the pit. And I got to walk up there. So I walk all the way up there. I'm out of breath because I just DJed from 9 o'clock to 3 o'clock.
Right.
I'm down there, I'm standing there. I'm walking up the hill, and as I'm walking up to him, he walks away. So I'm like, why you call me up here if you're going to walk away? He turned around. Now, we all know he a mobster.
Right.
You don't fuck with Zip. Everybody was scared of Zip. So he said, well, I was considering you to be my next business agent. I said, stop considering. I'm the motherfucking man. And I turned to walk away. Damn, what the fuck did I do that for? So I'm mumbling to him. He said, hey. So I stopped and turned around. I said, yeah, what? He said, don't say nothing to nobody. I said, okay. I said, I don't tell nobody my fucking business, no way. I said, what you say to me is me and you. So I walk back. He jump in this Riviera and peel off and throw mud all on me as I'm walking back. So I go back, get on the grade all, moving these big ass panels. We about to pour the first wall in the corner. And everybody comes, hey, what does Zip say? I said, did he get called for you? No, this is his main guy. He tested me.
Right.
I said, did he call for you? He said, no. I said, when you asked him what he asked me
Right.
or told me. So go about my business. Hey, all the blood brothers like, what happened? I'm like, nothing. He was asking me questions about something that happened the other night. He said, okay. So we walk away. He pulls up again, flying down 9th Street, Ontario. That's Ontario, right?
Yeah.
Flying. Hit the brakes, slide in the lot. Lance, come up here. So they looking at me, they wave me up. I walk up. He said, what the fuck you want on your business card? I said, my motherfucking name, John O. Horton Jr.
You gotta talk to them the same way.
Same way he talked to you.
You better. You better.
I said, John O. Horton motherfucking Jr. So he said, okay. I said, do that mean I got the job? Yeah, but don't say nothing. I said, God damn. I said, can I say something to my wife at least?
Still can't say that.
Still. He said, yeah, you can tell your wife, but keep it between y'all. This the end of September, 93. Now, in 91, sitting on a blast furnace job, we used to call ourselves three. We used to call ourselves the Soul Patrol. It was me, Barron, and a white guy named Mike Brown. So we sitting there. We had the back of the trailer. Nobody liked us because we was just too cool for everybody.
Right.
So Mike said, hey, Barron said, you think it'll ever be another black business agent? I said, hell no. Hell no, they ain't gonna put one of us on. In less than a year, 2 years later, I became the next business agent.
Wow.
So it's been 27 years since I've been on that job.
dope,
So
man.
thank you.
Shout out to Jay. That's we got to drink to that.
Drink to that.
We're gonna steal that one straight from the drink.
Drink to
train.
that.
Drink
Drink to that.
Bust up yo.
Come on with your essential water.
You essential.
Yo.
Essential.
Don't hit my damn laptop with that
Why not? You got money just laying around.
shit. Not no more.
My man. Look,
So,
stay with you.
I become the business agent for 310. I'm still DJing at the Reason Why. My second daughter was being born. She was born in 93.
Come on, man.
Matter of fact, her
What
birthday
is
is
this?
It's tomorrow.
All right.
She'll be 27. Shit.
Listen, I was like,
Her
it's
birthday is
sir.
tomorrow. Yeah, that's right. So,
Happy birthday,
Your son,
early.
right
happy
after that, right
birthday.
there.
No, his birthday was last
Last
Tuesday.
Tuesday?
Yeah, happy birthday, Erica. So she born. I got her baby seat in the car. I'm pulling up to the union. He's like, "Hey, you ain't gonna be able to leave that baby seat in the car every day." I said, "Well, I gotta drop her off and pick her up." He said, "Put that motherfucker in the trunk." So I go in. I drop her off at the babysitter. I put it in the trunk. Go home. Do my job while I'm out. Put it back in the car. Pick her up. Take her home. Put it in the trunk, go back, check out of work. So it was a fucking job. So now he said, hey, you're gonna have to cut that DJing loose.
Wow.
95. So I quit the Reason Why in
Going to the
95.
office.
Casper C took my place.
Wow.
And that
Going to
was the
the
last of me DJing in the clubs.
Where you
That's crazy.
It's
So,
crazy, yeah.
so the mob is the reason why you walked away.
Yeah, that's
Hey.
why I quit the club. Then I went back to Brian's place. That was officially.
Right, that's when I actually looked back at the kitchen at Brian's place.
Yeah,
Right,
That's
that's
like,
it. That's right.
that was like when I got back to having a restaurant, and I was like, "Who here Friday?" I'm like Johnny. I was like, "Johnny, yo, get the fuck out!"
Okay,
Matter of fact,
yeah.
I got Johnny O's CDs from Brian's place right now.
Yeah, so,
Wow.
so it was you I had to fill in for one night. Yeah, I had to fill in.
But I had the big subwoofer. I left it all the time. Matter of fact,
Right.
Dre, I sold it to Dre.
Oh shit, yeah.
The whole EV system,
I
yeah.
called Sean. No, I called you because JL was like he wasn't doing Saturdays.
Right.
Oh, yeah,
right.
I know how
to
Yeah.
finish.
I only did
Sean,
one night a week.
I said, Sean, I need some. Let me tell you the crazy part about the reason why, because all three are. This is the funny part. I'm not the reason why Brian's place. JO wouldn't do Saturdays.
No, that was my money
I
night.
called Sean to do it, but I ain't had the speakers. I called Ellery at Gibbs. He was like, drive up to my car, the speakers in the back seat. I drove up to Gibbs at Severance, grabbed the speakers, drove back to Brian's place, plugged them up before you got there,
Yep.
and still had to run the kitchen during my birthday party.
Yep.
Dang.
DJ this birthday party.
I got a story from Brian's place. J.O. was there, I swear to God. I was mad for no reason. I was in the kitchen, and this dude stole my man Brian. Both of them names were Brian. Brian
yeah.
Reed and Brian, I can't remember, Brian Owens.
Yeah.
And somebody stole Brian Owens' phone. And I'm like, man, we're gonna tear this motherfucker up. I was ready for anything. Like, okay. And Jay was like, yeah, dude went in the girl's bathroom. Did he? Yeah. I'm going right behind him. So he went here, threw the phone in the garbage, and ran out. I ran out, he was gone. Cleveland Heights came so quick.
Sheesh.
Like, who's running the kitchen? I'm like,
That's crazy.
our order's late. Oh, I got you, sir. That's all you want? Because I got like 19 warrants right now for driving under suspension.
Right, so I'm gonna get y'all food.
If all you want is some Phillies and fries, I got you. Matter of fact, you ain't gotta wait, I'll bring it to y'all.
Wow.
Johnny, like, he in the bathroom. Is he?
That's watched his
Me
ass.
and my friend.
I was standing there watching him at the bar.
Wow. Steal the phone.
And walk in there.
That's crazy.
Insane.
And let me tell you how crazy it was. This one, it wasn't so bad. Like, they locked the door. Like, ain't nobody leaving. I
Sure
said,
did.
Ain't nobody leaving
Y'all
in.
holding everybody hostage.
That's how we used to do that.
Johnny, yo, turn the music on. It's like, if I'm gonna get my
Close this
food fast,
bathroom door
oh,
up, nigga, you ain't
he's
going
like, he in the
nowhere.
bathroom. Is he?
Right.
Dude, I was on fire. Thank God I done calmed the hell down.
See, these are the stories you can only get on conversation. And the crazy part,
Conversations.
it's 7:30. I told y'all this is gonna be 2 weeks.
This is
and
the crazy part.
We
I
still
didn't know.
in 88.
This one I was still carrying
Let's
crates.
go back to 88.
Yeah, we in 88.
Yeah, we gonna go back to 88. I went in, J.O. was like, who's still carrying crates? I ain't know shit. This one you had
Right.
told me about.
Yeah, Sorrento.
I said, oh, never mind. He's like, oh. he looked at it and was like, oh.
I had a horrific experience, so I'm telling you.
Oh shit! You better get you some CD cases.
Man.
Hey, Chris hit it.
He looked at it, he was like, man, he was like, who's crazy? I said, never mind. I want to like, never mind. He was like, he ain't give me no approval. He's like, oh. I felt this little dude like, damn.
Yeah, I had to. What happened to me at the Kinsman Square? I was like, dude, you're going to switch over.
When all of them records went.
Yeah, they all fell over off that dolly, like boom.
But you want to know the
I was
funny
like,
thing?
But wait.
I looked at him. I said, man, when you gonna cross over? Guess what? He looked at me and said, nah, man, I'm
Never.
cool. I ain't about to do all
Crazy
that.
part,
I'm
both of
still
y'all.
around back.
No.
First J.O. dogged me about my crates. Then I see Ellery and the whole Dynasty crew was at Guitar Center. And I was
Yep.
like, he's like, I was like, man, if you don't switch over, I said, I'm never switching over there. And Sean came 2 weeks later like, dude, you don't know about Serato. What's it called? I said, I'm never getting them. I went back 2 weeks later. They all, oh, y'all was there again.
Yeah, we lived in Guitar
we
Center. We lived there.
These sevens came out that day. And
Yep.
I was like, I'm getting two
You
of
gotta
those.
have him.
I had to have them.
We lived in that joint every Sunday. Like we had our
Dude.
meetings every Sunday. We literally lived in
I started going there
Center.
looking for y'all. Like, they here?
No. Hey, look, we was up in that boy, man, cutting up on the NS73 before he even hit the street.
No,
Yeah,
no, 7-1.
And one. Yeah, it was
John
the
got the
one. It was the one.
NS71, but didn't like it until
No, they
he back.
said,
Guess
that's
what
what
I
they told
said?
me. This is a true story.
I'll
They said,
take it.
Well, so Johnny O pick his up. Ain't nobody else
I
coming.
got the first one that came in Ohio.
Yeah.
Wow.
Because I walked in, it was like, you was the first person to bought one.
Yep.
And the
Yeah, they
lady
said
had
that.
come.
It wasn't selling to nobody else.
Because we was all in there together,
Yeah.
and I had bought it, and the lady was like, well, there's only one DJ in Cleveland that has it right now, so you could buy the floor model.
Right.
So I was like, well, I'll come back because I want mine in the box.
Right.
I don't want the one everybody demoing. She was like, well, the only one we got on the shelf is for another DJ. We'll have yours next week. I paid cash for it right there on the spot. So I came back and bought it, and I had to DJ Mo's birthday party at On the Rocks.
Yes, you
So I
did
was
that
like,
white party.
Yeah, so I was like, you know what, let me test drive it down here. He had turned 40. Party was huge, place was packed. I was like, I'm gonna go in here. I didn't even wasn't even no cases out yet for
Right,
the joints.
yeah.
So I carried it in. And I was like, all right, I'm a DJ with it. And the left platter went out in the middle of the party.
Because the damn USB port wasn't
Yeah,
fast
they
enough.
wasn't shit.
Right.
So I was like,
That's
man,
what it was.
I took that joint back. I was like, I'm sticking with my turntables. I was like,
I remember when I debuted it at the Earth nightclub.
yeah, y'all was talking
Yeah,
about it.
remember we had it there on display, and I remember Scratchmaster L and Boss like, fuck that shit.
Yeah.
I ain't never gonna get on one of that. I remember their faces like it just happened right now.
Like it was
I
ugly.
ain't never get. Ugh, no.
And look at you now.
Look at you now. You cutting that shit up, ain't
Yeah,
you?
yeah. I like the performance quality. You know what? The NS71 is the most durable and rugged built
It is.
equipment by
With
New
the
York
worst
ever.
sound
The
card.
worst sound card,
I
but the
digress.
most durable unit ever.
Ask Scratch Master L, look at his.
Look at here.
No,
Man,
no,
he
they,
put
the
this
V7s
text.
was dope. I bought V7s too because I came from me and
Never bought
Dez.
those.
We bought a pair. It was a guy who was selling them, and I was talking about them. I was like, these V7s. I'm like, I like the NS7, but I don't need 2 of these joints. I just need 1. So she was like, well, if you find them, I'll go in half with you. All right, cool. So this dude just happened to post. Like I was always on the DJ sites. Like I'm gonna buy. He had a pair of V7s and the X5 mixer. He wanted $800 for the whole thing, including the case.
Damn.
Everything brand new. So we drove up to Richmond and we bought them. Like Dez gave me her half, went in, bought the whole joint,
You only
came out.
need one.
Yeah, she only wanted 1. She wanted 1. I kept the other one, the mixer and the case. So after playing with it, then we was at Skeets then. And I just didn't like it. Like it was cool because it was compact, but the effects were shitty and Itch was a horrible program.
I love
I
it.
hated Itch.
I love it right now.
Hated it.
As a matter of fact,
got
I'm using
Itch.
Itch right now.
Guess who
On my
guess who
Mac-
got
on
his
my
X5?
Who? You?
You got the X5 for me?
Yeah.
I got 2 X5s
Newmark,
by
that's a
accident.
Newmark.
He owe you for it.
I got 2 X5s.
I owe him nothing.
That's a
I
mixer,
pay my
right?
bills.
Yeah, the mixer.
That's the same mixer that's on the
And I got one of Dez
Yeah.
V7s.
I love the
Let me get
crossfade on the X5 was dope with turntables.
It
Like
is
it was
so
it
cold.
was a bulletproof ass mixer,
Right.
but the only flaw in it was the power source. Because once they went bad, it took a year to get you a replacement.
Damn.
I
So I
know.
was like, fuck this shit. I'm on to the TTM 57.
I got some toys.
So we back in 88, 94.
Yeah,
also.
88, the winter 88, I got a call from Wild C. And I was opening mail. It was a letter from the Source magazine. It was like a paper 4-sheet magazine. So he got his, I got mine. We talking on the phone. It's a blizzard outside. And he says, we can do this. I said, we can do whatever we want to do. I said, shit, I got all kind of money right now. Let's do it. I said, we don't know shit about printing nothing, but we can try it. So that was the start of It's a Rap magazine. So go over to his house. We talking. I said, well, we're going to need a computer. I said, I don't know shit about computers. You know it? I don't need them. So over about a year, we searching for computers, and I found a Mac Classic for $775, and it has Photoshop, Quark Express. It had all the publishing tools we needed. So I go get a white boy, $775. I try to learn that shit. I learn it. We start doing programs, and I meet Jazz. Well, Jazz and Insana was always in our crew. Then they formed doing everything funky.
Right.
Big Jazz.
Yeah, big tall Jazz. You
Yeah.
see what Insana?
Yeah.
Rest in peace to Jazz.
Yeah, no doubt, no doubt.
So we start. It's a rap. Tell his mother. So we're actually setting type by hand, letter by letter,
Wow.
with the metal type. So we got a place. It was right on Euclid Avenue in Mayfield. It was a little print shop there. We would go in there. We give him everything. He said, "Hey, set type." I said, "Well, I said type in junior high school." So we set the type, printed out our first issue, and Wild C's mother said, "I'm giving y'all 2 quarters." He said, "This is all I want to do." Okay. Oh.
Man, hey, that's
Jack's wife
crazy.
with Jenny and Mike is out the
Yeah.
window now. All
I
right.
guess so.
I guess we can just shut that all the way down.
Well,
Hashtag
We might-
insider.
okay. Thanks, Jazz. I mean, salute.
Jazz, Mike.
WHCT 107.3, the next wave.
Right.
So,
All your jazz fix.
We print our first copy. We print 1,000 issues. Start sending them out. It was a free magazine. Send them to all the labels and everything of that course, and started getting some replies back. Hey, you want to do advertising? So, oh shit, this might work. So about a year go by of us doing them on them sheets, and I researched different print companies, and we go full color covers and black and white inside. Now Def Jam reach out and say, hey, we want the front cover of every issue.
Oh,
How
damn.
much? I said, okay. This 89. So we got an editor in Detroit named Christy Barber. MC Chill was the main editor, Wild C and myself. So I was the publisher, had all the publishing rights and everything, and Chill was the chief editor, Wild C was the editor under him, and Christy was the reggae editor. So, and then all the graphics was done by doing everything funky. So we start printing the shit out, and I tell everybody, I said, what do y'all think we should charge? They saying low numbers. I said, fuck that. $1,700 a month. Okay, we'll take it.
Damn.
So y'all probably lowballed yourself.
That's why they said, we'll take it. So we was doing interviews with every one of their artists. We would give them the front cover, do a master interview, print the interview up with pictures, put it in the magazine. Its rap took off. I mean, fucking everybody was calling all over the country. Johnny O, I need 100 copies because it was free. Just
Right.
sit in your place of business and let people take it.
Right.
And our motto was maintaining the integrity of hip hop. So it's still on the plaques today. So that's what we got, that maintaining the integrity of hip hop or maintaining the integrity of the DJ was from 1989 when we made that motto on there.
Sheesh.
So 1990, I think, was the year we interviewed Montel Jordan. So we interviewed Montel Jordan, put him on the cover. Christy Barber gets a call. She said, hey, somebody from Def Jam just called me and said they want to hire us on steady. I said, get the fuck out of here. So she said, no, for real. So she called back, and the guy, I can't remember the girl's name, but she said, Russell Simmons' office. I said, get the fuck. I said, wow, okay.
It's real.
She like, can y'all fly to New York tomorrow? Okay. So we go to the, and I can't never remember the name of it. What's the damn, in Harlem? The TV show.
Apollo.
Oh.
I don't know why I can't never
Let's say
remember that.
125th.
So
Yeah, 124.
So they fly the three of us up there.
124.
She came in from Detroit. Me and Wasi flew in from Cleveland. Now y'all know Wasi was a big dude. That was the most tight ass flight I ever flew on. So we
You look
fly
like
out
Dr.
there.
Dre?
Yeah, like being Dr. Dre and Ed Lover. My hair was all against the window like this. But we went up there and we walked into the Apollo. Met Christy at the door. We walk in and she said, well, Russell's down there. He said, come sit down with him. So I go sit down with Russell Simmons. Sitting there, he said, I like what y'all doing. And, let me back up. Run DMC was at Mall A that summer.
In Cleveland, Mall C.
Mall C.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
And a girl tried to put a
Oh, I got
rape
stories
case
about
on.
that.
Yeah.
I got stories
She
about
tried to
that.
put a rape case on him.
I got stories about that.
So an attorney who was the attorney
was
of
there.
my union, Bob Rotatori, called me and said, hey, you ever heard of Run DMC? I said, yeah, I was just with him the whole weekend. He said, really? He said, can you come to my office, please? So I drive down to his office. He said, hey, it's a young lady from Kent State trying to say that Run raped her. I said, ain't no fucking way. I said, if he would have raped her, I would have seen it. I was driving them around. I took them everywhere the whole weekend.
Right.
She said, well, if you can make them statements right and do the right thing, my client is going to take care of you.
Mm.
So
Wow.
went in, we found out who she was, gave him all the information on her. He said, thank you, Johnny. Thank you very much. My client will be in contact with you. That's when they called me and said, fly to New York. Here's your tickets. Your
Right.
tickets will be at the airport. Go up there. They say, I want to put y'all on payroll steady. He said, y'all can be Def Jam Midwest.
Wow.
So we became the promotion team, the street team of Def Jam Midwest in like 90, 91.
No shit.
And that 1,700 went up to 2,700. All we had to do was put up posters. So we put up so many goddamn posters, now the police starting to arrest us. Because we slamming posters on every pole, every
That was the
abandoned
snipe
building.
team.
I remember
Oh,
that.
the
Yeah,
snipe shit,
yes.
right?
And they just started getting at us.
Yeah, I remember that.
Go ahead.
With Nettie and them,
Yeah.
we got harassed for that shit.
Yeah. And that's how we got on with Def Jam.
Wow.
Then Atlantic came on. I was making $17,000 a month on It's a Rap magazine.
Just off that magazine.
Just off the magazine, yeah, just off advertising. 17,000 a month. And couldn't get these damn motherfuckers to get their articles in on time.
It's
I
always
said,
something, ain't it?
we have to beat this deadline, y'all. We gotta meet the deadline. And I'm trying not to let their stories not go in.
Right.
And then everybody started banging out. So like about 95, they started dropping off. And that's when I got the job in the union, and I could just say, well, fuck it. Y'all can't come in on time. I'm making $150,000 a year, so
Right. It's a wrap.
fuck it. It's a wrap. It's a wrap. It's a wrap. So, what you got, Pat?
All I want to say is this.
Is this about Run DMC?
Yeah, it is.
No, goddamn.
Damn, man. That's all
Yeah, we gotta go back. We gotta go back to that.
Why?
Because I was with John.
Yeah, he was.
I was there.
What John told
And
us?
hold up. Shut up.
I'm about to
Listen.
go.
Okay, bye. See you. Anyway, right.
Tristan
Right.
is on
Shout out to
Right.
T-Rex.
T-Rex is on it, man.
Oh,
I'm
that
telling
shit
you.
tonight, baby.
He on it. But no, man, we was in the hotel. We was at Howard. No, we was
It
at
was used to be.
Holiday Inn.
Hold on.
No, it was-
Before you tell this story, is this incriminating?
No, because the case is over.
No,
Is this
Run
incriminating?
didn't do nothing wrong
Right.
till that.
He didn't do nothing
Okay.
wrong.
He
I
said
just
to
want
that
to know the
girl.
story he about to tell.
No.
Right, we gotta be sure.
Right.
Sir.
Really?
The Grand Inquisition.
You know what? You can't do the next slogan. We gotta go. You gotta run after that. But this next one, no, we gotta.
Continue, John.
Okay, so
Shout out to R. Kelly.
So 95 jumps off. I'm working construction. I quit DJing. Now I'm getting so many calls. Can you do this party? Can you do that party? I'm like, can I refer you? No, we want you.
Wow.
So I start back DJing, private parties only, no clubs, and that's how I was making the money.
So
Cabarets.
let me
I
ask
was
you a
getting my
question.
own cabarets.
Because I think you skipped a segment.
I skipped a whole lot of
Right,
segments.
and I only realized you skipped this because this was a pivotal point for me as a
Okay.
DJ. I remember when Dangerous Dave and them had,
Oh wow.
yeah, the rap, what was the name of their show? On
Rappers
The Rappers Delight.
Yeah.
And they literally
Little Caesar show.
No,
Little Caesar and
This
shit.
was-
No, that was Rappers
Just,
Delight.
yeah, when Dangerous Dave was there, they literally cleared out a 3-hour slot specifically for you. And it started out with like a hip hop set, then like the last hour, like it was all slow shit that you was mixing because Guy's album, The Future, was out at the time. And you was like running Tease Me Tonight like back to back because that was like the hottest underground.
song out,
Yeah. And like it was crazy because the music back then was much different on the underground slow set than the stuff that was being played commercial.
Yeah.
So you was playing those songs, all the underground songs, and doing them from a DJ's perspective. And I think I was in high school.
Mm.
So this was like 92.
Yeah.
So it was like, damn, it's like,
They
wait.
even chill.
Yeah, I'm like, wait, we skipping some points because these are the valuable points to where like those odds and ends where you came out to make special appearances was important to DJs like me because this is when I was like honing my craft, but I'm still following y'all because y'all was my mentors. So it's like, damn, you can't skip these. Like these valuable
can't remember
jewels
all
right
of them.
here. Because I remember they did it on 108, but then like 93 blew it all the way out. It was like a grand thing on 93 for the Rappers Delight. I remember that shit like it was yesterday because dude that was like a brother to me who actually kind of helped me tie the laces to this stuff, Tone Solo, was like, man, Johnny O gonna be on Rappers Delight. They got a 3-hour set. And like this was back when dudes was drinking, they was drinking like 64 ounces of beer back in the day. So
Power master.
Yeah, like these was dudes that was like fresh out of the jail, like bench pressing weights and drinking 40 ounces and playing like mixtapes and shit all day long. So, mind you where I'm at. So like these the cats, that was like these was your fans. Like they was like always on with cats that was like years older than me. So for you to come out and then be like, like 93 made this huge deal. Like they announced it like 2 weeks in a row before the show even happened. So that night, like I think the streets was like super clear because everybody was at home
listening.
listening for 3 hours straight.
That's how club style used to be.
It was crazy. Like yeah, club style.
Club
Yeah,
style
that was a
was
whole
too.
other monster.
I
But
gotta get home. 8 o'clock?
yeah,
Mom, press the pause button.
man. No, like in
That's how
'93,
club style was.
like Rapper's Delight was just as essential to the later years of the DJs in the '90s to now as club style was.
Right.
But like that one particular episode was one that stood out because you know you was gonna get the I can't think of his name. Mixmaster Quick.
Quick,
You was gonna get his
20
mixes,
minute
period.
mix,
Yeah,
right.
you was gonna
Yeah.
get the 20-minute workout. But they literally canceled everything because you had a 3-hour
Hour
set
show.
on
Yeah.
Rapper's Delight, and now I
Like the
would
Gilligan's
never
Island,
forget
the
that.
3-hour tour.
Yeah, it was crazy. Ooh,
Damn. New York.
man.
Well, hold up.
Mixes.
Hold up. Can't forget about riding quick.
No.
That's like 90.
That's like yeah.
They,
That's
they
90s.
started that before quick.
What?
huh?
What?
20-minute mixes?
No,
Yeah, no,
Yeah, they did.
No, they didn't.
Yeah,
No,
they
they
did.
didn't.
Not
Yeah,
before
they
Quick.
did.
No,
I opened up my
not
first
before
store in
Quick.
'97. They
'Cause-
brought me their CD in
They
'97.
Radical Quick was on CDs. Mixmaster Quick was on cassette still.
Cassettes, yeah.
Yeah, you
Quick
yeah,
was-
you way
Quick,
far.
Quick
yeah.
and me, Quick came right out about 2 years after
might
us.
be-
yeah,
when
Quick
it
was
came
on
to,
cassette.
Turn your
to the
That's why you're not doing
mixtapes,
flowers
yeah.
only.
I still got
tapes like
Mixmaster
that.
Quick's first mix on Rapper's Delight
I
Show
have
on
equipment,
cassette.
right.
I still had that on cassette to this
Quick
day.
was
Oh,
dope.
could you transfer that for me, bro?
Yeah, I can. I literally like that's the one like my brother literally recorded over every last one of my
Everything.
mixtapes. But that cassette tape, I
He
just
did.
happened to have it in my boom, but I had it in my tape deck at the time. So I literally still have Mixmaster Quick's first 20-minute workout on the Rapper's Delight Show because he used James Brown Payback as the intro.
Wow.
I still have it to this day. I still have it.
Well,
We
I
have
got
to
a
talk
brand new
about it.
Techniques know cassette.
Oh, I got tape decks.
I know we do.
Yeah.
I'm just letting you know
I can give you a
that.
digital copy.
Yeah, please.
I
sir.
can do that.
I don't have no cassette tape.
I have it.
I do.
I
And
have it.
8 tracks.
Man, some of the
I got Eric
some of the
Clapton.
mixes me and Mike Chapman did for DMT was just crazy.
Yeah, it was unbelievable.
Hey, y'all got that jamming big guitar?
Which one?
That jamming big guitar mix.
Oh my God! Yeah, we killed
yeah.
that mix.
I was at
Killed
9th
that
grade.
Man, that was
That
a kid.
jam, yeah.
And, oh.
With them edits.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. He the one that showed me how to do the splicing of the reel to reel.
Man.
Before the 4 tracks, that's what we was doing.
It's crazy because I never understood the art of splicing
Right.
the reel to reel. I never saw nobody do it, but I understood like it was a huge
Right.
it was like essential to the whole editing
Hours.
process.
Hours.
I think the first person I ever heard talk about splicing in order to make an album was EPMD when it was on Unsung.
Right.
That's literally the Strictly Business
Right.
first album was all made from splicing.
Splicing,
Right.
right.
Yeah, the whole album
Took it
came
all
from
together.
splicing.
Man, so where we at? Where we at?
We at the end.
So
of,
we did It's a
88.
Wrap.
Yep.
It ran for 7 or 8 years. Started working. Started doing other parties and private parties, wedding receptions, cabarets, executive parties, things like that, and just went into a bunch of shit. So met a guy, walked into a construction meeting. Met a guy. He said, "Hey, you Johnny O, right?" I said, "Yeah." He said, "I want to show you how to download your music while you sleep." I said, "Oh, you got my attention." So we get a break. We all go outside and everybody's smoking. We talking. He said, "I want to show you how you can download your music while you." I said, "Just how much?" He said, $22. So I wrote him a check for 6 months. He said, "This is my address. Come by the house tonight, and I'll show you how to do it." John Mitchell, DJ Dizzy D. Go by his house up in Richmond Heights. It was an FTP file on his desktop. He said, "You just double click this, copy everything, paste it to your hard drive, let it download." Wasn't no high speed internet,
Right, it was all modem still.
all
yeah.
modem. So about 8 hours later, wake up, files on your computer, burn it to CD, play it on the CDJs.
Yep, I remember that.
Yep. And I said, "Man, we can get every DJ in the record pool on this shit."
And it's funny because did you say that? Because I've always been a tech guy,
Right.
but it was a program that came out in the early '90s, and they discontinued it for a while. I don't know, but it was called Music Match
Right. Sure
on all
was.
the computers.
Yeah.
It was like it came in pre-installed already on the
Yeah.
computers.
Windows computers.
Yep, and
Yeah.
anytime you put a CD in or like they had a radio program built in, so you could literally listen to DJs from Chicago, Detroit, like Saskatchewan on there. Like, it was crazy.
Everywhere.
And if you wanted to record it, all you had to do was loop your audio feed from your headphone jack to
Back
your
into
microphone
it.
plug,
Right.
and it would play in like 192 bits, like real-time stereo. And all you had to do was hit the record button, and it would literally download the entire library.
Wow.
It would take 12 hours
But it would
to get all the
download,
songs,
right.
but it would download.
Yeah.
I thought that was crazy.
So the first DJ I told was L Dog. I said, L Dog, I said, tell everybody about this.
And he was.
So we went from me, Dizzy, Amir, and Quest. Rest in peace, Quest.
Shout out to
Salute
Quest. Salute to DJ Quest.
Salute.
Yes, yes.
We went from us four to about 30 DJs in a month, paying Dizzy $22 a month.
Just for that
Just
plug-in.
to download music. So I'm like, we gotta build a website. I said, let's build a website. Oh, we don't know nothing about building a website. So I said, well, the guy who built our website at our union, maybe he can help us. So I hired him, and this is 2003. We incorporated. I went down and got an attorney, incorporated the name, got everything together, started paying him. $80,000 later.
Golly.
I spent a lot. When I say I spent a lot of money, I spent a lot of money. Dizzy calling him every day at $80 an hour, talking, do this, do that, do this, do that.
At $80 an hour.
At $80 an hour,
That joy expense.
and me paying the bills. Yeah. So
Jeez.
it taught me how to code. So I learned how to code out of it, but we spent a lot of money on that first website. Because I said, well, we got to get a rating system. I said, and a lot of it was me talking to Dizzy, and Dizzy taking it to him saying, hey, we want to try this. So I can't fault him for it, but
It was trial and error.
trial and error. So we made it right. We had the first rating system in there. We had the first multi-download where you can download a whole zip pack before any of these other websites. We were the first company to not make the DJs rate music.
Mhm.
The first MP3 pool to put the beats per minute on every track and include the artwork and correct all the 3D tags. And shit just went crazy. Went from 30 DJs to over 300 by 2005.
Now-
We started in 2003.
Now I'm gonna hit the pause button right there because we skipped
We skipped a
a
lot.
lot, and I want to go back,
Yeah.
like at least to the '80s,
Okay.
because I know you was doing the new music seminars, and then the DJ battles. Then we had the riot down at the
86,
Statler in
yeah.
'86, and then there was also the DJ competition with you and Jazzy
Mixed.
Jeff.
Yeah. 1987. Totally forgot about that.
Yeah, I'm not gonna trust me. I'm not gonna let this.
Okay.
We got, like I said, it's gonna take 2 weeks.
So 1987.
Yeah.
Kermit Henderson, he was our manager at the time. Jazzy Jeff and them came out, the year before, 86.
Mhm. Rock the house out.
Yep, they came out. Before the first album.
Oh, this is their 12 inches with
It's the
Girls That
12
Don't Run
Girls,
Up Trouble
yeah,
was their
None
first
But Trouble,
single.
yeah.
Yeah.
With no
So-
label.
Right.
No,
It was
label.
on
It was
the
a
clouds.
green song.
Word up.
Yeah, it was
green,
like green and
green
blue
and
and
blue.
white. Yeah.
Yeah.
Word Records.
Yeah, so there you go. So Kermit said, hey, I'm going to bring them into Cleveland. And we're going to set up a battle with you and Jazzy Jeff. I said, man, I can't beat Jazzy Jeff. Are you crazy? He said, it's all publicity. He said, you just put your best mixes together and go at it. But we just going to build you up. So he fly him in. We all hanging back in the Mad Hatter. We in the dressing room. We chilling. As a matter of fact, somebody sent a picture about 2-3 years ago of us all taking pictures together. And what's the guy that owned that new vodka, Flow Vodka?
Oh yeah, the young brother.
Yeah,
I don't know
John.
his name.
Yeah.
He went to high. John.
John, yeah.
Yeah.
So he sent me the picture. So we looking at the picture. So we back there, we all joking and having a great time. Jeff come out, do his shit. No, I come out. I come first. And the motherfucking Dynamite Devils and the BCOs. Dynamite, yeah.
Now feel free to jump in here,
The
Pac-Man,
DDs
because
and
you
the
always talk about this
BCOs
story.
break out fighting, don't they, Pac-Man?
Yo,
right in the middle of my set.
What would you like to know about
Man,
that?
And
they
I
got
had a
to
good
fight
set.
their ass off, man.
I had
John was doing his thing, but the BCOs and the Dynamite Devils took over that shit.
Yeah, just I'm like I had some
And he
dope
kept spinning.
ass shit.
He kept
I
spinning.
kept spinning to the end, but
He
them-
ain't
they
give a
was
fuck.
fighting so
Man, they was
fucking
fighting
hard.
all the way in the back to the front.
They was having an all-out brawl, and J.O.
No.
kept spinning.
But look,
Like nothing was going on.
this is what killed everything. When Jazzy Jeff got on that with the SB 1200
Yeah,
and he hit Chubb rock and roll dude,
Yeah.
boom, boom, boom. Niggas was like, hold the
It-
fuck
the
up.
fighting
The
stuff.
whole motherfucking
Everybody
club
went to
just
watch
stopped.
Jeff.
Damn. Sound like DJ Swamp at the Juvenile Day.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
So,
Hey, you want- Fun fact: I used to be Swamp's DJ when he was in high school.
Wow.
yeah,
When he was a rap, when he still think he rapping.
rapping,
He was
right,
rapping.
right. Swamp killing it though.
Oh man, is he?
Understatement.
Swamp used to come to the
That Juvenile Day?
IBWE parties that I used to give. Him and Slice and
Man, me and
Sax
Swag go
used
back
to
when he
sit,
was Psycho Kid.
watch me.
I mean Psycho
Man.
1.
watch me left and right.
When he was Psycho
They all
1.
three of them be like this. I remember looking at the IBWE on 152nd. The stage was right here going that way, and the three of them were standing over there looking. I'm like, showing out, killing shit on 1200s.
Man. Yeah.
And look at all three of them motherfuckers now, they killing shit.
Right. Like,
But
dope
Swamp
problem.
really killing.
And it was
Man.
crazy because
Yeah.
we kicked it with him. It was me, Big Chuck, and P-Funk. We were
Rest in
down
peace,
there.
Big Chuck.
Yeah, rest in peace, Big Chuck.
Yeah, yeah.
Salute. We was down there at Tri-C when they had the hip hop conference. It was a couple
Yeah.
years ago. They had Biz Markie and Swamp down there. And we actually hung out
Tri-C?
that night. Yeah, Tri-C.
Right,
We had a
Tri-C.
good night. It was me, Chuck, P-Funk, and Swamp. We actually kicked it that night, man. We had a good time.
Swamp's always cool.
Yeah,
Man.
dude.
Rest in peace to my man DJ Hen. Me and him and Ellery, we was down at the back of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame when Swamp opened up for Run DMC.
See, right.
And I was like, man, Swamp, can I get my damn Wild Style video back?
Never gonna get it. Like, it's never happening.
Crazy. Then the Master Capital Mixing battles.
Yeah, all those, man.
What they got? Mixed Master
Mixed
Massacres.
Master Massacres.
Yeah.
That was
Man, we-
all them joints to the late.
Shout out to Centipede for that one, no doubt.
Yeah,
And Centipede, I told you got to call in, man.
Yeah,
Book a date, quit playing.
we killed that shit. I mean, I'm bringing them two guys in from Toronto, Canada, white boys.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Down
Down
at
at
the
the
Dome
Homies.
House.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that shit was
Yeah,
I remember
crazy.
that was
shit.
dope.
Crazy.
And because people don't even remember, like when they bought Craze here.
Craze,
When
yeah.
Peabody's used to be in the flats before it was on Euclid.
Yeah.
Exactly.
He brought Craze to the Coliseum too, though.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he did. I
he
got it
did.
on videotape.
He did.
I got both of the videotapes, the one from the Peabody's and one for the Coliseum. I got
Yeah,
both
used
of
to
them
fly
on VHS.
crazy in from Florida
Yeah.
back then.
Yeah.
Crazy should that better that year with me and what's his white boy name?
Show enough.
No,
Show no.
no, the other dude.
You talking about
He
Curry?
can't- You heard Curry.
Yeah, DJ Curry.
Yeah.
Yeah, Curry.
yeah.
He was just on Facebook not too long ago talking about coming back to Cleveland.
Say word.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
It was some dope DJs, man.
Dope. Oh, we gotta go, man.
Yeah, it's that time, man. Like I told y'all, we'll be back next week on Conversations with the legendary
Part
DJ
two.
Johnny O for part 2.
Oh,
I
thank
told
you.
y'all, man.
We
We
have
got,
just Jetties next week.
are we?
Are you open?
Yeah, I don't care.
Are we?
First of all, we shouldn't have said that.
Right. No, goddamn.
We just say
It's like the exotic bird.
Oh,
We had the honeycomb hideout?
see, now y'all want to talk about me.
Alright, we
You
had-
know what I'm saying?
We had to hide out.
we there.
All right, we had to hide out.
Okay,
I
well,
might fry
damn,
some chicken.
damn.
No,
I hope you fry
You
some
better
chicken.
fry some chicken.
Shit.
I was gonna fry something today, but you know this makers.
Yeah, we
I'm
got
trying to get the water from my man. Like, I
Don't
want
blame it on the
alcohol. Shut up, pay your tap, sir. Listen, so I go to the spot, right? I'm like, I'm gonna get some woofer from my man. Yeah, we don't have none. I'm like, y'all, what do y'all have? Because now,
Yeah.
since this bourbon shit, y'all done pulled me into.
Right, right.
Because I'm a rookie on this, because I don't even drink dark. I drink
Man, they got you too.
So they got me drinking this bourbon. I'm like, I'm gonna give my man some Woodford.
Hey, Trick's on it, man. Hey, man.
I said,
Trick's on it,
I bought
man.
the ice. I got cups.
I
I
know.
said, let me get.
Thanks
I
for
said,
the
let me
ice.
get a fifth of Woodford. It's like, well, I know. I'm like, what? Like, what? Y'all not even a real liquor store.
Right.
Y'all not
Right.
essential. Y'all need to close the fuck
Right.
down.
Woodford is essential.
Because we got that at
Shit,
this game.
right.
We have this.
Yeah, we
So I
need
said, you
Woodford.
know, I said, so they like, we got a maker. I said, you know, just give me the maker.
I like
But they had some foxy ass Patron bottles.
Really?
And since I'm addicted, I said, let me get 2 of those.
Oh, you about to act up. You about to act up. You about to act up.
So check it out. So since everything been shut down, we need to like buy 2 of everything
Oh,
until we
damn.
open back up.
Right.
So it's like, you want 1 or 2? 2. We want 2 Patrons, 2 Avions,
Hold up.
and 2 Don Julios.
Oh,
Can't go wrong with Don Julio.
And since we stole all the Crown Peach when it first came out, because everybody know, we drove down Mayfield. This is what we really do. We drove down Mayfield, started at every liquor store. Y'all got a limit on Peach Crown? They like, no, let us get 2 cases.
Wow.
Bought the store out.
Go to Cigars, they like, how many cases y'all got? 8. Let us get all 8 of them.
Yeah, you just told
Yeah,
us.
you want all 8? We want all 8. So now they like, how you making these Peach Crown cobblers? Because we got 92 bottles of Peach Crown. Right now.
ancient Chinese
Well,
secret.
we drinking Peach Crown next week.
We Peach Crown. We got 9. We down
Make sure you
about.
have some peach cobbler too.
I gave Johnny O some Peach Crown. No, some salted caramel.
The brownies.
Oh, the brownies. Is,
Nah, I
that's
never had the
truth.
brownies. I
Yes,
had
You ain't had the
the
brownies?
cobbler.
Yeah, the peach
I
cobbler.
had the
Johnny
peach
O
cobbler.
called me. That's like, oh,
Oh, the brownies the truth.
what did
I
I
never
drink?
had
I said,
brownies.
you ain't drink shit.
You was just eating peach cobbler.
That's all he was doing. So yeah, I
That
got
shit
you
was
on
good as fuck.
Yeah, and I made some new barbecue sauce. I'm anxious to try it out.
Well,
So
you got an audience to try it on next week.
Next Monday is
Chicken
on.
wings.
Don't come down if
And
you ain't
peach
invited. We
cobbler.
only got 6 of us, and we are all 6 of us here right now.
There you go. There you go.
Hey, y'all stay tuned for the upcoming world famous club
Shout
style
out.
show at 8 o'clock, man.
DJ Baby Boy.
in the building on
The legendary. My friend to the end.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah,
We gonna
salute.
finish this conversation.
Love you, man.
next week,
Love you too, baby.
Y'all got to stay tuned for legendary world famous club style show. DJ Baby Boy, DJ Ellery, live from the Tear Dome, man. Y'all stay tuned on this Cabin Fever edition of Club Style, Cabin Fever edition of Conversations, man. It's going down, man. WNRV 108.1. If y'all want y'all jazz fix, don't fall for the imitators, man. Tune into the original Mark Ribbons, the original 107.3 Wave crew on what's the website?
WJZT